Hey guys, Murfitt here, and hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to hopefully the final part of this car right here. So in the previous episodes we got the dent out, welded up the holes, filled the dent, and then put a bit of primer on it. So my mother-in-law has had this car for a few days. It's come back because the paint has arrived. I've got that aerosol, and I've also got a touch-up to use on the bottom of the door so I don't get any overspray across the doors. So, how's it looking? It's looking okay. There are a few dents you can see, like up here, there's still a little bit of a ripple here as well, and so on and so forth. I'm going to just do a little bit of light repair to start with because, try and zoom in here, you can see just on the top of my finger, that is like the edge of the filler. So it's got a tiny little ripple where, I don't know if the filler maybe shrank or what, but I'm just going to go over that, sand that out, and I'm going to spray under sill up to here, and then prime over it again, and then paint over the top. So yeah, I've got a lot of work to do today, so hopefully I can get this done by this evening and get the car gone, but we never know. So I guess what we do is let's talk more action. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go!
When there's no hope hiding, no chance concealing what deep down I felt for you.
Okay, so what I've done, I've just sprayed up until pretty much this line a layer of undersill. And that's going to give it a slightly textured look like the back sill already had already. And then once that's dried, go over it with a primer, then go over it with a top coat. While that's all drying, I'm going to be using this little beast. This is the touch-up paint stick. There is a little bit on the rear arch I want to do, and at the bottom of this door. So this bit of the door here does need to be painted, but you can see here, I don't particularly want to spray that because then I'll have to go up here and it'll just get a bit messy, because I'm not particularly great at this. So I'll use this touch-up stick, go along the bottom of the door where it's obviously previously touched, and hopefully we can get this looking more presentable.
Oh, I regret for losing the one who loved me, for who I can't go back to. Walking through all the dust, memories and frame, a past we simply let fade. But I don't close the door, waiting a chance for when we'll be back again. You make me feel so crazy, still in love with you.
Okay, so the next job I want to do, I have touched up the front of the bottom of the front door. That's looking much better. And sort of, you go along the bottom now, you can hardly see where I've done it. So I'm really happy with that. That's a good job. The paint code or the paint match is spot on. So it always helps if you have the paint code to be able to provide to the people that are going to make it up, because obviously then they can get it exactly right. I'm just now masking up the back door. I haven't got any newspaper, which is a real pain in the bum. So what I am using is, well, pizza boxes. So I'm just going to try and mask it up to about here probably, because I'm only going to paint this bottom sill. So if anything flash up, I don't want to get anything on the seats. I'm going to have to open up the front door as well and do the same there. And then probably on this B pillar. So it's all going pretty well. I'm pretty happy with the results so far. I've just got the heater here, trying to sort of speed up the process of drying this undersill. Ideally, the undersill will dry pretty quickly and pretty lumpy. That's the sort of look I'm going for. So to match this back part of the sill, it's not going to be a perfect match, but it is going to be a much better match than the smooth part of the sort of the body filler. So let's continue on, and hopefully I'll come back to you in a few seconds with the whole car masked up, ready to accept the primer and then the paint. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so it's been a while now. The undersill should hopefully have dried up, which it feels pretty dry. There's a bit of a textured feel to it, not the same as what's at the back, but it is a bit pitted, so that's good. I'm going to apply the primer now, ready for the next stage, which will be the top coat. Probably going to be in here for the whole evening, applying things, checking it, maybe just touching things up every now and again. So yeah, let's set you up on the tripod and get going.
You make me feel amazing when I'm next to you. You make me feel so crazy.
Okay, so I need to get out of here because it's extremely fumey and I haven't got a gas mask. Probably horrific for my lungs, considering I've got bad lungs anyway. However, I applied the primer along the whole of the seal, and actually on the door I've applied that top coat to that corner, and it's a pretty good match. So I need to just let that dry. I probably need a light sand in, give it a second coat, open that door up. But the seal itself looks pretty good. So once that's all dry, we can then start looking into applying that top coat, which is the red. It's a really, really good match. I know, obviously I've said it is the right match or the right paint colour code for this. So yeah, what I will do is quickly show you where to find the paint code if you have this Peugeot. I think other Peugeots are the same, so let's just show you that quickly. It's going to be on this plaque just here, and this bottom code here for this particular model is KKQ, which is a colour called KKQ Rouge Profond. These paints here have come from paintsforyou.com as well, and I've just got this grip handle to help make it a nice even flow. Okay, so the paint has now been on a couple of hours. I've just come back to check it. The sill's dried really nicely. Probably just going to touch up a few areas that's a little bit darker in patches, but I'm really happy with how it filled, how it looks, and the bit on the door, which I did as well. The paint is obviously really good. There's a bit of overspray here. When I sand that out and polish it up, it's going to look amazing. So yeah, another coat of primer. I'm going for this orangey red primer, make it a little bit easier to cover. And then the top coat will be going on this evening. So yeah, super happy with this. So let's just crack on and put this last coat of primer on, and then we can crack on with the top coat. So let's do this.
My heart breaks for you. Can't help but know that I'm still in love with you. You make me feel so.
Okay, so now we get to the home straight. The primer has all dried. It's ready for the top coat. Now, as I said previously, I've got this can here from paintsforyou.com. It is a Rouge Profond Peugeot paint code KKQ. So I'm just going to stick this in front of the heater for the time being, because if you get warm paint, it goes on much easier. I found that out from painting models. The primer's all dried, and now it's a case of just putting on that top coat, giving it one coat to start with, leaving it to dry, and then fingers crossed, get maybe 2 or 3 coats in there, apply the lacquer, and we have a great job here.
When there's no hope, loving for you who saw me before I knew who I'd be, what I have around me.
Okay, so I don't know how well you can hear me or not, but I am an idiot, and I did the first coat of top coat without this. It is so fumey in here. So I just come back a little while later. It's really fumey still. The paint is dry, so it's ready for the second coat of top coat. So I'm going to apply that now. The second coat is now applied. It's looking, hopefully you see much better. There's still a few imperfections there, but that's not to worry about really. The overall shape of it is pretty good, and the colour match is pretty good as well. So the door has also been painted, but you can't really see that.
Right. Okay, so I'm coming out now for the third coat. It's sort of quite late on at night now. I'm going to leave this now, once I've applied this paint, until the morning. It's still pretty fumey in this. I need to put this mask on in a second. Overall, I'm really happy with the results. How well it's going to come out of this, but it's looking very good. Colour match is pretty good. It's quite a flat finish, so once I manage to sort of put the lacquer on it and then polish it up, it should look much, much better. So I don't really know how this is going to look in the daylight, but on these artificial lights and the heater, it looks really, really good.
It means nothing to me if I can't share it with you. Walking through all the dust, memories and frame a past we simply left.
Right, that's it. That's the final coat for tonight. I'm going to leave it overnight and come back in the morning, hopefully manage to clean it up as best as possible. All being well, it will set quite nicely, give good coverage, and we won't need any sort of more top coat. However, I have got some paint left, so it doesn't need any more. I can do that.
Okay, good morning. So, it is the day after the night before. The paint has dried really well. It's got a really good covering. What I'm going to do now is put one final coat of top coat. I'm going to leave it to dry for sort of 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'm going to apply the lacquer. So it's going to be the one last final coat to give real good coverage. The lacquer is then going to go on while the paint is still sort of wet and tacky. Then that would help for the lacquer to bite to the paint.
But I don't close the door, waiting the chance for when we'll be back again. You make me feel so crazy, still in love with you. You make me feel amazing when I'm next to you. You make me.
Okay, so it is now Judgment Day. The time to find out how we've got on. I've had the day out today, and I've left the lacquer or the clear coat to dry and cure. I've just got back now, and to say I am happy is a complete... I am ecstatic. So let's take a look. Okay, so there are a few little bumps here, and just here, and here. But overall, what a finish. The paint colour is pretty much perfect. And considering I've sprayed it in the garage, and using pieces of paper to sort of mask up the floor, I'm so happy. So next job is put the door back on, because it's, well, here. And then just touch up a little bit here, underneath the door, which sort of didn't get painted. And hopefully touch up the back of the door, and then job is done.
It feels so crazy, my heart breaks for you. Can't help but know that I'm still in love with you. You make me feel so.
Okay, so the car is now cleaned, it's finished, pretty much. I'm just going to give it a quick polish using a resin polish, auto glim, just over the two doors, back panel, so then it looks much better. I'm so happy with this, I'm so happy. So, right, tomorrow morning, I'll give it a quick polish now. Tomorrow morning I'm going to get outside, take a few snaps, and hopefully show you how good it looks. Okay, so that is it for the Peugeot repair videos. Join me tomorrow to have the reveal of this car. I'm really happy with the results of it. And as I said from the beginning, I'm not a professional. I am far from a professional. I know that this probably isn't up to garage standard or to maybe the standard that some people want. However, I'm really happy with how it's gone for a first attempt. My mother-in-law didn't want a perfect job. Obviously she did, but she wasn't really that fussed. As long as it was better than it was before, it looked a little bit more presentable. And I think I've achieved that. I've just given it a bit of a wax and polish. So it's looking pretty shiny. So I'm going to flip the car around, I'm going to do the other side, but that is it for this video. So join me tomorrow morning to get the reveal of the car. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all the comments, feedback, etc. that you've left me via various social media. I'm gonna sign off. So if you have enjoyed it, please hit that thumbs up button. Please subscribe to the channel and please comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take it easy. Bye.